Hello and welcome students to MechPro classes, my official YouTube channel. Myself Piraj Majumdar, Assistant Professor of Mechanical Engineering Department, GKCM, that is Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management under JIS Group. Welcome you to our new session of Advanced Welding Technology, where we will be uploading all the lecture series according to MechOut syllabus day by day. So keep in touch with us for getting daily updates. You can also contact me through 9433465217, that is my personal phone number, or even you can email me at pirasar@gmail.com. You can also connect me through social networking, that is Facebook page, which is known as MechPro Classes. So let us start today's online session. So far we have completed the first portion of this module 4, that is the plasma arc welding process, laser beam welding process, electron beam welding process, ultrasonic welding process, friction stir welding process, and underwater welding process. Now today we'll be having a discussion on this welding of plastics, and in the next class we'll be having some discussions on the ceramics and composites welding. So let us begin our today's online session. So coming to this joining of plastics, that is the welding of plastic materials. Plastic material is is welding for semi finished plastic materials. Plastic welding is basically okay, and it is a process of uniting softened surfaces of materials, generally with the aid of heat, except some solvent welding. So we are applying heat to join the softened materials. Now welding of thermoplastics is accomplished in three sequential stages, namely surface preparation, application of heat and pressure, and cooling. And numerous welding methods have been developed for the joining of semi-finished plastic materials based on the mechanism of heat generation at the welding interface. Welding methods for thermoplastics can be classified as external or internal heating methods. Now this production of a good quality weld does not only depend on the welding methods, but also on the weldability of base materials as well. So therefore the evolution of weldability is is of higher importance than the welding operation for plastics. So there are a number of techniques used for welding of semi-finished plastic rods, like the hot gas welding, which is known as hot air welding, is a plastic welding technique using heat. A specially designed heat gun called hot air welder produces a jet of hot air that softens both the parts to be joined, and a filler plastic filler rod, all of which must be of the same or a very similar plastic. That is, the welding PVC to acrylic is an exception to this rule. Now hot air or gas welding is a common fabrication technique for manufacturing smaller items such as chemical tanks, water tanks, heat exchangers, and plumbing fittings. In the case of webs and films, a filler rod may not be used. Two sheets of plastic are heated via a hot gas or heating element and then rolled together. This is a quick welding process and can be performed continuously. Now our second method I can say is the welding rod. A plastic welding rod known as the thermoplastic welding rod is a rod with circular or triangular cross section used to bind two pieces of plastic together. They are available in wide range of colors to match the base material's color. Spooled plastic welding rod is known as spleen. Now an important aspect of plastic welding rod design and manufacture is the porosity of the material. A high porosity will lead to air bubbles known as the voids in the rods, which decrease the quality of the welding. The highest quality of plastic welding rods are therefore those with zero porosity, which are called as voidless. Now another method I can say is the heat sealing. So the heat sealing is the process of sealing one thermoplastic to another similar thermoplastic using heat and pressure. The direct contact method of heat sealing utilizes a constantly heated die or sealing bar to apply heat to a specific contact area or path to seal or weld the thermoplastics together. Heat sealing is used for many applications including heat shield connectors, thermally activated adhesives and film or foil sealing. Common applications for the heat sealing process is the heat seal connectors are used to join LCDs to PCBs in many consumer electronics as well as in medical and telecommunication devices. Heat sealing of products with thermal adhesives is used to hold clear display screens onto consumer electronic products and for other sealed thermoplastic assemblies or devices where heat stocking or ultrasonic welding is not an option due to part design requirements or other assembly considerations. So heat sealing also is used in the manufacturing of blood test film and filter media for the blood, virus and many other test strip devices used in the medical field today. Laminate foils and films often are heat sealed over the top of the thermoplastic medical trays, bottles and containers to seal or prevent contamination of medical test devices, sample collection trays and containers used for food products. Medical and the food industries manufacturing bag or flexible containers use heat sealing for either perimeter welding of the plastic material of the bags and for sealing ports and tubes into the bags. A variety of heat sealers are available to join thermoplastic materials such as plastic films, hot burst sealer, impulse sealer, etc. Now coming to the freehand welding. With freehand welding, the jet of hot air or inert gas from the welder is played on the weld area and the tip of the weld rod at the same time. As the rod softens, it is pushed into the joint and fuses to the parts. This process is slower than most others, but it can be used in almost any situation. So in next method is extrusion welding. Extrusion welding allows the application of bigger welds in a single weld pass. It is the preferred technique for joining materials over 6 mm thick. Welding rod is drawn into a miniature hand-held plastic extruder, plasticized and forced out of the extruder against the parts being joined, which are softened with a jet of hot air to allow bonding to take place. Another method is contact welding. This is the same as the spot welding except that the heat is supplied with a thermal conduction of the pincher tips instead of electrical conduction. Two plastic parts are brought together where heated tips pinch them, melting and joining the parts in the process. Next is your hot plate welding. Related to contact welding, this technique is used to weld larger parts or parts that have a complex weld joint geometry. And the two parts to be welded are placed in the tooling attached to the two opposing platens of a press. A hot plate with a shape that matches the weld joint geometry of the parts to be welded is moved in position between the two parts. The two opposing platens move the parts into contact with the hot plate until the heat softens the interfaces to the melting point of the plastic. When this condition is achieved, the hot plate is removed and the parts are pressed together. And held until the weld joint cools and resolidifies to create a permanent bond. Hot plate welding equipment is typically controlled pneumatically, hydraulically, or electrically with servo motors. This process is used to weld automotive under hood components, automotive interior trim components, medical filtration devices, consumer appliance components, and other car interior components. So likewise, there are also some many other processes like non-contact IR welding, that is the infrared heat source, then high frequency welding like dielectric sealing or radio frequency heat sealing, or induction welding, or injection welding, or ultrasonic welding, or friction welding, spin welding, laser welding, transparent laser plastic welding as well. So there are, you can see, a variety of welding processes for joining of plastic materials. Now let us see what we have in these slides. So joining of molded plastic parts is required when the finished assembly is too large or complex to mold in one piece. Requires disassembly and reassembly is necessary to reduce the cost to produce a single large molded plastic component. So the plastic parts about to join can be of same, that is the similar, or dissimilar materials. Now talking about the plastic welding benefits. Plastic weldings can be a faster and simpler fabrication process than welding with metals because plastics are generally lighter in weight than many metals. Plastics are also a wise choice for maintaining the safety and reliability of your end product as they are more chemically resistant than most metals. Plastic weldments also have a strong resistance to acid, alkalis, greases and solvents, hydrogen peroxide, demineralized water and hot steam. Plastic welds offer a minimal release of gas under vacuum which helps maintain a sterile environment. Plastic weldments have strong plasma resistance that reduces the possibility of corrosion. Plastic weldments are able to resist thermal degradation and maintain a high operating strength and rigidity in high temperature. Plastic weldments are able to resist thermal degradation and maintain a high operating strength and rigidity in high temperatures. Plastic weldments also offers the benefits of good creep and chemical resistance, minimal thermal expansion and good wear resistance. Plastic welding can provide you with a simplified system that delivers a consistent, highly repeatable performance. There is also the flexibility of adding subsystems that can provide multiple flow rates and pressures as well. Now, these plastics are typically organic polymers, and of high molecular mass, usually synthetic or semi-synthetic organic compounds that are malleable and can be often molded into solid objects. Now, plasticity is the property of all materials that are able to irreversibly deform without breaking. Relatively low cost, ease of manufacturing, versatility and other factors has already found many applications in the field of automotive, medical, food, packaging, etc. Best alternatives for traditional materials like wood, stone, metal, glass, ceramic, paper, leather, etc. Now welding methods I already discussed. It has got two methods, external and internal. In external we have thermal, that is the hot gas welding HGW, hot wedge welding HWW, extrusion welding EW, hot plate welding HPW, infrared welding IRW, laser welding LW. In internal methods, it has got mechanical and electromagnetical. In mechanical, spin welding 1 to 100 Hz, stir welding 1 to 100 Hz, vibration welding 100 to 250 Hz, ultrasonic welding 20 to 40 Hz. Under electromagnetical, we have the resistance implant introfusion welding, induction welding, that is 5 to 25 megahertz, dielectric welding, that is 1 to 100 megahertz, microwave welding, that is 1 to 100 gigahertz. So I already discussed these two, external and internal heating. External heating, it rely on convection and conduction to heat the weld surface. It has got hot tool, hot gas, extrusion, implant, induction, implant resistance welding. Internal heating, it rely on conversion of mechanical energy into heat through surface friction, further divided into internal mechanical, internal electromagnetic heating, ultrasonic, friction, laser and RF welding. Now types of plastic welding has got its hot gas plastic welding, laser welding, hot plate plastic welding, ultrasonic plastic welding, friction welding as well. Now talking about the advantages, it is used in mass production because the welding time are relatively short, applicable for both amorphous and semi-crystalline thermoplastics, used to bond dissimilar materials. It is limited to limitations are horn size is limited to design constraints. The process and tools must be adapted to the materials to be welded. And applications are food packaging, computer components. Challenging and critical application is the standard disposable butane lighter. Now applications, we have hot plate welding is very inexpensive process in which we use handheld devices to bond less. Friction welding is also an expensive process using low maintenance machinery and low cycle time. Laser plastic welding is ideal for welding in sensor housing, tail lights and manifolds in the automotive industry. So one more thing is that advantage of this plastic welding is that it is a very fast process, you must know. It is a very clean process, little to no weld flash, relatively low cost equipments. A weld is permanent, which prevents tampering with the internal components. The plastic welds are much lighter than mechanical fasteners. High quality welding for a wide range of thermoplastic. And coming to the disadvantage, a weld is permanent. The part will never be able to open and resealed in the same way. Hot plate welding process is relatively very slow. Hot polymer often, melt often sticks to the hot plate surface, and a very high capital cost is required in vibration welding actually, for the this equipment and the fixtures and all these things. Now one more thing I would like to share with you. The some of the most important advantages are the actually the applications I missed to tell you. That is the this, it has got laser plastic welding, which is very ideal for welding in sensor housing, tail lights and manifolds in the automotive industry. So now in conclusion, I must say that plastic welding is one of the most effective joining process of plastics compared to other joining techniques like adhesives and fasteners. And different types of plastic welding have been implemented depending on the type of materials, and all of them works on similar working principle as well. Now, recent advancement in this field is conquering the peaks and results in the innovative techniques like TLPW, and future explorations are running in its course that will help to uplift the field of medical, automotive, and other industries as well. So today we have learned a lot in the this plastic joining, that is the joining of plastics, that is the uh, plastic materials. So we have learned the different advantages as well as the disadvantages of joining of plastics, along with its various fields of applications in different spheres of industries. So in the next class we'll be having some discussions on the ceramic materials as well as the composite materials. So hope today you have enjoyed the class. Thank you for watching.